It's important to understand who you are, what you're doing. Okay. Um, Book of Revelation, when I read it, when I got to those seals, the seven seals and all that stuff, that stuff was weird, and I was like, I don't understand this. Uh, well, because I didn't live it, and I didn't tell it to John, and John didn't write it. Won't you help to sing these songs of freedom? It's all I ever have. Yeah. I would never call myself God, and Haile Selassie did not. Okay, we have evidence that Haile Selassie sat on a plane in Jamaica and sat there till they dispersed and wouldn't call him God. There is no God but God, and God is not begotten, nor is God begotten. God always is, always has been, and always will be. This is the book of Genesis. Yeah. And Revelation circles back to the beginning. So, I'm not going to, I am not God. I will not call myself God, and I will not allow anybody to call me God. Okay. But this is a different time than the time of Haile Selassie. Okay. And they asked him that. He said, what are you going to do about it? He goes, what can I do about it? They did it to Lord Jesus Christ, and they'll do it to me. Okay. And then the Pale Rider from the north will come and abolish all mental slavery. So you won't be attached to your flesh and fight over your skin color, your language group, your flag, the dirt you were born on, things like that. It's Haile Selassie taught me that. One big dirt cloud covered by one big body of water. But they put lines in the sand and they make a big map and they name everything and think that makes it their, I discovered that, I named that, right? It was already there. Just because you name something doesn't make it so, right? As sure as you're born, don't forget me, unicorns. Yeah, I sat and watched the movie. That was about what I expected. I didn't expect anybody to step up and say, let's live the Lord's Prayer. I didn't expect anybody to sit up and say, Haile Selassie was the eternal spirit of John the Baptist, who is, the same messenger as Jesus Christ of Nazareth. I didn't expect any corrections, from CIA books that they use for tribal warfare. So I got exactly what I expected, unfortunately, because no one showed up and honored, The nice thing about being the Messiah in the 21st century, and it is kind of covered in the book of Revelation, that it goes up in the sky and comes down into everybody's hand in everybody's house and stuff. I don't have to meet the Duchess of Monaco or Morocco. I don't have to meet King Charles. I don't have to meet William and Harry. Okay? I don't have to meet the Crown Prince of Saudi. I don't have to meet the President of Russia or China or the United States or the Prime Minister of Canada or the President of Mexico. I don't have to meet nobody. Boom, bam, bip, bop, boom. And the Word became flesh. I can work on the basketball barn till technology seals you in hell, throws away the key, and then we're all living the Lord's Prayer and everybody's free. I can just sit here and ice my knees. I was out there while I was out there cleaning the barn and doing stuff. I shot hoops, and then the more I shot, the more I started, we practice. And then I got my knee a little sore because I was doing some stutter steps and stuff. My dribble. And I was like, Earl, he's 58, you're almost 60 years old, bro. So, and I was out there for about an hour. And then when I came and sat down, because I spent also, I mowed the lawn, and then I also spent time out there and stuff. And I'm 58 years old, and I've been chemically poisoned by the United States military, so. It's just very difficult. It's hard. You gotta take it real slow. when you've been chemically poisoned by the worst. You know, the people that gave us the Tuskegee experiments for crying out fucking loud, right? So you're talking about some really sick people that kill people with disease and try to make it look like an act of God. Okay. Those earlier videos when I was talking, there's one, I can't remember what it was. I think it's Truth Sweeter Than Lie. When I was talking about God and I was using it in kind of like a first person thing. So that was a trap for the scientists and their linguistics. Yeah, I was reaching out to people like, you know, Bob Marley's kids and Crown Prince, or anybody who felt like they wanted to be a religious person and unite in religious sovereignty, you know, and nobody took me up on it. So I tried their way and then went further in and realized, okay, there's a lot of problems with and understood, well, I didn't realize was just, you know, no, there's a problem with the linguistics, you need to fix the linguistics problem. Because like Suzuki explains to me, it goes, the way you think and the way you speak and with what you accept mentally and emotionally affects the technology far greater than 5, 6, 8, 7 billion people. Okay. One man, okay, thinking correctly, speaking correctly, and, you know, through his thoughts and his words, you know, can earn the right to command all technology for us to act correctly. One man, one single solitary man, sitting on a tore up old leather couch tore up by his little old rotten dog. I was like, boy, I watched that video about Deming and Silver, because, you know, he can be an ass when he's sober. He'd be terrible if he was drunk. I was like, yeah, that'd be Zeke, you know. It was pretty interesting though watching the movie, because I was like, yeah, you know, some of the stuff I had different information on. I was told that he almost threw Don off a hotel in Africa. I wasn't told that he beat him up before they went to Africa. I was told it happened in Africa, that he almost threw him off a hotel because he was mad because he was skimming money, and that was money he used to take care of people in Jamaica, you know, and take care of poor people. So the money he was stealing, he used to, you know, people come up, I need shoes for my kids, we need school books, we need, you know, paying the rent, the landlord, you know. So Bob would sit there and they would come out and he'd sit there and go, take care of them, guys. You know, that's what we make the money for, is to take care of the people of Jamaica, because it's one of the most impoverished places on the planet. But the thing is, the Lord's Prayer delivers us from all that class warfare, you know, all that separation of church and state and separation of litigate and, you know, legislate and dictate, you know. So, it's easy and it works, and it works. Okay. I don't concern myself with IBM Watson. I don't concern myself with any of that stuff. That's not important. Okay. I sound like Jay Sly. What I sound like doesn't matter. What matters is me. Just remember, you're free. But you know, freedom is faithful love. Okay. If you don't have faithful love, there's no way to be free from egotistical tyranny of other selfish people. So in order to be free, you gotta, you know, faithful love. Another nice thing about being the Messiah in the 21st century, I don't have to see the people that chemically poisoned me, sent me down to the soup kitchen, sent me to, you know, they won't admit it. Nobody admits me did wrong, because me no sell gold records, man, and end up on, you know, calling the Rolling Stone magazine, man. Nobody come up and say sorry to me, man, because I'm not famous. They could run me over in the parking lot of Best Buy and me dead, and then nobody know I exist there, man. So, you know, so nobody come up to say, I'm sorry, I did you wrong. I was mowing the lawn, I was listening to Pablo Cruz. Someone did you wrong. And I'm like, someone did me wrong? It's more the thing with Earl. It's like, keep your heart open because love will find a way. Truth, then love. Truth, then love. Someone done me wrong? Who ain't done me wrong? Tell me mine. Who ain't done me wrong? Okay? Who in the world hasn't done me wrong? Who stands side by side with me, say, you know, the one woman who got up and said, you know, Earl's not doing anything wrong, I'll help him any way I can. They used Wi-Fi manipulation to have somebody couldn't shoot her execution smile in the back of the head while she was trying to get blunted to survive extortion and exploitation and not living the Lord's Prayer in Phoenix, fucking Arizona. A killing genocidal field for the New World Order or disorder. Right? who haven't done me wrong. Love will find a way. Truth first, then love. Okay? Who's your Messiah? I and I Messiah. Unity? You have to have unity. It's not about I, it's about we. Okay?